Hello and welcome to Lee Anderson Yoga. Super excited that you're here to enjoy a yoga practice with me that will focus on fingers, hands, wrists, and also feet, ankles, and toes. Let's begin. You can sit however you choose. It could be in a chair or on the floor cross-legged, whatever suits yourself. Nestle on in, have a little bit of a wriggle and a jiggle around. And you can close your eyes down as well, because it's so lovely when we actually do turn our vision inward and have a little observation of how we are presenting and feeling today. And a few quiet, calming breaths. Fabulous. So just letting the hands lift and join together in front of the heart center. Lovely. Just feel that beautiful touch of the fingerprints together and the edges of the palms of the hands resting together, and maybe even your thumb and hand resting on your sternum or your heart space. Beautiful. So let's interlace the fingers and turn the palms out in front of us, letting the shoulders relax, opening into the upper back, softening in and about the neck. Wonderful. So let's turn the little fingers down in front of us, thumbs up towards the sky, and feel a little bit of extra stretch through the back of the wrists here. Excellent. Releasing the fingers, pointing them up towards the sky with a little bit of a wriggle and a funny little shape, but then really stretching the thumbs and the little fingers away from each other. So really pressing the palms forwards, trying to relax down through the shoulders and letting the neck and the ears relax as the palms really open, even the skin's stretching a little bit there. Fabulous. Starting with the thumb, let's wrap up the fingers, making into a fist. Little fingers open. And now this time starting with the little finger. Making a fist. And then open again. Fabulous. Easy through the hands, a few circles through the wrists, elbows and shoulders. Let's let the hands have a rest for a moment on the thighs and warm up in and around the neck. So as you exhale, you can let the chin rest towards the chest and roll the head around. Just noticing all the little movements, all the little stretching sensations, and maybe there's some sort of odd sounds coming from within as well. Just paying attention that there's no sharp pain. If there's any sharp pain, please back off, ease off. Just work through a range of motion that feels comfortable for you, and then come back up into the center. Eyes bright open. Exhale, drop the chin, circling the head around the other way, the other direction around. Some strange, interesting feelings and sounds. And then back to neutral. Lovely. Circling the shoulders forwards, upwards and backwards. Right down and then backwards, upwards, forwards. One more time each side. So you could even circle one shoulder at a time if you preferred. Both together is nice too. Excellent. Let's bring the hands back together in front of the heart space. Fingertips and palms pressing. And just lifting the elbows out to the sides. Beautiful. So we're going to keep the wrists close to the heart space as we turn the fingers down towards our legs. Excuse me. And start to feel an opening into the front of the wrists. Excellent. Let's tip the fingers all the way back up. Move the hands out in front a little bit as the fingers rotate around towards the heart space. Wonderful. And you can just gently move through this circle action. So you'll notice the forearm bones, how they're rotating one over the other. Fabulous. Releasing the hands, wriggling the fingers and the hands if you need to, And then just trying to let the back of the hands rest towards each other. Now, some people will be able to make them meet easily. Some people like me won't. That's all right too. Just letting the thumbs rest towards each other and the little fingers, and just trying those circles again. Just noticing the different range of motion, feeling into the movement. It's all the real long and skinny muscles, ligaments and connective tissue all in the forearms towards the hands. Just get that little bit of movement and a twinkle. Excellent. Let's rest the hands and the arms on the knees again. So we're going to circle through the torso now. So breathe in, open up, lift, and as you exhale, draw the belly button into the spine, lower through the chest, and then take the chest around towards the left side, up over behind you, over and down to the right, and we'll circle around again. So any speed, any pace you like. Trying to allow the legs to be pretty relaxed and heavy, help keep you anchored and grounded. Oh, nice. And then returning back up through the center. Just before we circle around the other way, let's release the hands, one onto the knee and one hand reaches in behind us, tailbone to the floor, really breathing into the chest, but letting the breath filter out to the sides of the body, crown up nice and high to the sky. Beautiful. Slowly back through center and around the other way. So we want to get length here, as well as enjoy this sort of spiral twist through every area of the vertebrae. Awesome. Back through to the middle. Take a breath in, open the heart. Exhale, bow forwards. We're going to wander around, body circles the other direction. So maybe as you're circling around, your chest still stays facing the front. Maybe it twists off to the left or the right. It's all okay. Excellent. We're going to lift the knees, walk the heels out in front, and wriggle the toes. You can have a little bit of a look at your feet if you want, and sometimes it's interesting to watch I've got some fluff there. Watch the bones move in and around under the skin. Excellent. And if you like, you can just really let the legs relax and rest down in front of you. Lift the toes all the way up to the sky, and maybe your heels lift off the floor. Keep the heels off the floor as you point the toes away from you, and then let the heels sink. Fabulous. So just moving freely, you want to feel the sort of skin under the sole of the feet stretch a little bit if you can. And then that skin at the front of the ankle and on the top of the foot, just stretch a bit too. Great. Back to wriggles. And then funny circles, any sort of circular movement and shape. So now we're going to treat ourselves with a really quick but gentle foot massage. So bring one foot up nice and close. Oh, excuse me. Make a fist with your other hand, and then just use your knuckles to lightly travel over that smoother, softer part under the foot. So really practicing self-care, self-love, kindness here. Just notice how open you are to receiving this physical attention from yourself. Oh, the feet would love it. You can even move up the foot a little bit if you want. Great. Swapping the feet over. Making a fist with the other hand so that the knuckles are there. And just let the knuckles start lightly rubbing over that soft part underneath the foot. Ooh, along the top, the side of the foot. Maybe under the toes. Just paying attention, offering love, care, and gratitude for our feet. A great start. Alrighty, so let's move into a kneeling posture where the tops of the feet are flat, just lightly pressing into the floor, and the knees are bent, spreading the fingers super wide here, and the shoulders are over the hands. Beautiful. So we're just going to rock the body forwards and backwards. So again, you'll feel a little bit of pressure through the wrists and the forearms, carrying the weight of the body as the body moves forwards and back. You might feel a little bit through your feet and ankles, or you might not feel much at all. That's absolutely fine. We're focusing on the hands a little bit here. And then we're letting the shoulders be still as we just let the shoulders sway side to side over the hands. Excellent. Now we're going to flip the hands. So you might want to bring them a little bit closer to you so you can access a little bit more strength through the legs to hold your upper body up. As you try to spread the back of the hand, let the thumb and little finger rest on the floor. And you may also be able to rock forwards and backwards just a little, just testing the stretchiness, the mobility through the back of the wrists and into the forearm. Excellent. We're going to bring the hands back in under the shoulders with the fingers pointing outside. And we'll do that rocking side to side again. Lovely. Just letting the knuckles where the fingers meet the hand just lightly press into the mat, the earth underneath us. Great stuff. Please tuck the toes underneath you. You can have your knees nice and close together and your feet close together, or you can have them a little bit apart, whatever suits you. And just start to press back through the toes. So I'm just pressing down through my feet just a little bit to start to feel a bit of movement underneath my toes. And then I'm with my hands, I'm going to walk my upper body back over my heels. And depending on how the soles of my feet are feeling, I may be able to sit on up, and hopefully they'll be able to carry the weight of my body pressing down into the feet. So my arms can just relax here on my thighs, roll through the shoulders. Awesome stretch for underneath the feet. Excellent. Returning back onto the hands. A little bit of core work here to help us again energize and strengthen through the feet. So flatten through the back. Draw the navel in towards the spine and just lift the knees an inch or two off the floor. Lovely. Reach one leg back and then we can just rock forwards and backwards through the ankle. Now your other knee may press into the floor if you like. You're getting work here, movement through the wrists and that back heel. Excellent. Slowly return the knee underneath the hips and then let the knees rest towards the earth, and we can reach back here in a little child pose for a bit of a breather, bit of recovery, and then roll all the way up again, my friends. Excellent. So press the fingertips down, slight dome through the upper body, lift the knees, just let them hover an inch above the mat as the other leg reaches back. We want to get length through the back of that leg and then add a bit of extra length into the lower calf area towards the back of the heel just by letting the body rock forwards and backwards. I love how this incorporates a little bit of extra work into our core, gets our body temperature up and that blood flowing. Excellent. Slowly return the knees so that they hover and let the knees fall down. Let's take the knees out a little bit wide, but bring the soles of the feet, the insides of the feet together so the hips can sit back over the feet. Now it's up to you whether you want to keep your toes tucked or flatten them down as your hands reach out in front. Oh, and just let the belly, the body sink in between the thighs, the tailbone reaches down towards the earth, fingers out in front of you, beautiful stretch. Lifting the body a little so our arms can wrap around our shins and we can rest our forehead on the earth, closing your eyes and just sort of feeling parts of your arms where they rest on your legs. Feeling into that connection, that presence. Wonderful. Think about the tailbone. Ground down through the tailbone as you breathe in and roll up to a kneeling posture. Excellent. Hands at heart center. Gratitude, thankfulness, and joy for being able to practice movement through yoga and enjoy the flexibility and mobility, reward our fingers, our hands, and our amazing feet, toes, and ankles with all the blessings of yoga. Thank you so very much. Namaste. Hello and welcome to Lee Anderson Yoga. Really excited that you're here, getting to share this yoga space. I've shuffled things around the house a little bit, so now I have this yoga, a little bit prettier space to feel the inspiration and all the joy that yoga, mindful movement, breath awareness brings. So please subscribe to my yoga channel, Lee Anderson Yoga, and we'll get to practice lots and lots and lots together. Thank you.